Hello everybody, welcome to another video. I know it's been a while since I last uploaded, but I figured I'd still come back to this channel. I feel like no matter what, I'm still gonna come back to this channel. Um, Reasons I'll get to in a bit. But first I'd like to mention, I did upload last month. You cannot see the upload because of, I privated it, or more like unlisted it, but the reason why was because my own struggle. I just uploaded a short little video detailing a link that I had set up in the description for you guys to talk about your problems or issues, which I have recently made. I still have the document. The reason why I unlisted that was because the link wasn't working, and so it would just be like a null video. So Um, currently at the moment, I cannot have links on my YouTube channel, but until I figure that out, if you want, I could still send you the link privately. So in the description, instead, I'll have my Discord, so you could DM me if you don't already have it. Um, and I could just send you the link from there, and yeah, could talk about other things or more than just myself, because I mean this channel, whenever I initially created it, was meant to be more than just me. um which we haven't gotten to that point, which I apologize for. It was more or less meant to be a piece for everyone. I have to say this first before you submit anything. I'm not a registered therapist or have any actual experience in that work. It's just I have um, done actual work with like that, not officially, but like more as like a, I don't know, as a passion for the art. Initially, I wanted to major in psychology. I've still yet to decide if I want to actually officially do that or not. Well, anyway, um, I just want to get this out of the way because I I know I'm returning to a topic I've already covered, but I just can't get it out of my head. And I feel like that the tale is still not really told, you know? I find myself reflecting back to this issue. I mean, I mentioned it in my video talking about my cousin. Um, it's still prominent throughout my mind, and I I just can't stop like thinking about it. Like, and I realized recently that I haven't really covered it all. Now, the beginning of. By the way, if you haven't checked out that video, for context, you should probably check out that video. But yeah, so what was the name? Jane. That was the name I used for that video. Um, I gotta make sure to not fuck it up. I I didn't get the full picture. I didn't give you guys the full picture. I did try to make it seem as unbiased as possible, But there's also a lot of things I'd like to clarify. Um, some misconceptions I believe that could occur while watching that video, and just more or less like clarifying some things. I mean, there's not really any clarifications to be made. Um, I would just like to say, I, looking back, reflecting, with all the knowledge that I have, I don't think I was used per se, or like a second option. That was like really what I was concerned of at the time. Whenever it was, whenever we were talking, but yeah, I don't think that is the truth. Um, what's like another thing? I think that's the only really misconception that I got. That was like, I don't think that is true. I don't think I was used. Um, but yeah, the reason why I wanted to make this video is because I didn't talk about myself now. How this whole situation has affected me. I feel like the best way to describe how I felt after the fact is just a simple image. Um, just like one image. Just like whatever, like, middle-aged, eye-bagged, and tired man, disheveled even. And that would be pretty much how I felt, but I would also like to get more into detail. I'm really just looking back at the scenario and thinking it's affected me more negatively looking back than positively. Um, you know how everyone has says, well, at least this really or like a relationship is experience. I feel like it's the opposite in this case for me. Maybe it's just my own unrelentingness to give up or to move on, but I constantly look back and, I've had relationships after the fact. Um, only really a few. And that was 3 years ago. And I feel like my love life ever since then has been stagnant completely. And I, I just feel like I feel weary of like the future that's for me because if it's forever gonna feel like this with every single girl that I've ever met and will meet, if it's gonna stay this way, I don't know if there's much hope for me. Like there's constant talk of, oh, there's more more women in the sea, or there's more fish in the sea. That's saying. I just I just don't think it's true. Um I don't know. I think if I'm still thinking about this about 2 years after the fact, maybe I should just kill myself. I I've actually been staying away from her on purpose. You know, I've had moments where probably like late 2024 where I talked to her. I would just say like something on her story or like just reply on her story, and it that was it. That was all we ever had. I don't even know if I was like purposely ignoring her though. It's the thing. I mean, yeah, I purposely was. It's just like I I'm really afraid of coming across as weird or being like, hey, remember these times we had? Because all those moments that we've ever had were, at least in my eyes, romantic ones. And I would hate to bring that up. It's like I I'm craving romance, but I shouldn't at all. And like it's just I'm aching for it, but I shouldn't. It's the same sentiment. I feel like I'm like in a loop. Everything's been stagnant ever since then. The reason why this is such an underlying issue in my head is because who else can I think of? Who else can I think back on and be like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that? Because I feel like looking back on each one of my previous relationships, it's been whatever. And I don't know if this is just rose tinted glasses on just Jane, but like, it's just like, like, yes, there were negative things about at least all of them, you know? There was like, at least like one thing that slightly bugged me, or things after the fact are like, okay, yeah, I'm happy that happened, but with her, I mean, I can't. And you know, after like the years go by, I figured it'll get better, and it is somewhat true, to some degree, but it hasn't really evolved that much. Like I feel like it's still like an issue. It's funny. I keep on just saying things and then expecting a reply, but I mean, it's not like you're gonna reply to me. It's not like I could hear you. Another thing about this account is I feel like I cannot say anything anywhere else. Like, I would consider this my safe space. Just kind of stupid. I mean, yeah, it's a fucking stupid ass Minecraft map, but it's nostalgic, and this is the only place I feel it's safe enough to talk. I don't want to say, I don't want to drag anyone away from it, but I've always felt like in like on a call or in someone's private messages, like talking about my issues, it feels almost embarrassing in my eyes. I don't think that you, the viewer, should stop doing it if you're doing it, or I don't want you to drag away from that, but this is just where I feel I'm at my safest to talk. I feel like I should have stated this at the beginning of the video. But none of this is scripted. None of these videos are scripted. I can't really control it. I'm just scatterbrained all the time. Another thing, harking back to Jane, I um I have dedicated this is gonna sound utterly cringe and I will never outlive it, but I have dedicated all of my reposts on TikTok just to my embodiment of my emotions toward her and how I feel, if that makes any sense. It's a silly thing to say, it's a silly subject, but like that is how much this girl has plagued me, all because of some stupid app. And frequently on my Spotify, I will hear a very distinct song. It's called Pleasantries with Your Lover by Mustard Service. And that was the first song she showed me. And whenever I hear it, I reminisce back to those days back in 2023 whenever I was working at a shitty ass parking garage. It's funny enough, I actually started talking to her around the same time I got that job. But those days where I would just sit in a dusty, cold parking garage listening to Spotify on my JBLs, and then afterwards we would play some whatever, you know. Sometimes it was Batman Arkham, or sometimes it was not Borderlands, Bioshock, and I think that is the happiest I have ever been in my teenage years. Just sitting down after a long day and talking to her was it was great. And like we had such amazing chemistry. I just I just I honestly just hate myself so much for basically pushing her away. And the fact that she doesn't even know it is it's killing me, but I'm not going to be the one to mention it to her. I'm not going to be, "Hey, you know how we used to be talking back in 2023? Yeah, I think I still have a lot of feelings." Like, I'm not going to do that. I don't think I would ever do that. I might hint at it at the most vague, in the most vague way possible. I would never directly say it, especially while she still has a boyfriend. Another thing is, it's kind of like a curse looking at like whatever she's doing now or like seeing a post on my feed because it's like she was already beautiful before, but it feels like the longer time gets, she's like wine. Like she gets more beautiful the longer I look away, and I just you know, part of me wants to just say this to her in an anonymous way, but I don't know if that's because I don't want the consequence of saying that or because she has someone. I don't know. It's all just extremely unhealthy behavior from me. I think it's an unhealthy way of thinking, and I genuinely, I don't know what to do to fix it. You know, it's, yeah, I guess really the only way to like end this is maybe to see her again, or maybe just drop contact entirely. I don't really know. I don't think she would like the last option. Like, I feel like that she holds me to at least a high regard, I'd assume. At least based off the way she talks. But yeah, it's still kind of silly how I still love her. It's like, I don't even think I was like with her that long. It's just like, I don't know. Again, if you have anything that you would like to talk about and have someone, or me, it would be me, reply to that, let me know, and I would send you a link, and then I can't guarantee that I would, like, if you chose your name to be anonymous, I cannot guarantee to you that this is that video, or, like, like, if you put an anonymous name, I can't really confirm to you that I've made a video about you. But I'll try my best. I'll try to use quotations for all of the videos talking about other people's issues. Um, Kind of like a short title, like the way you chose to open your statement. Also, I would like to mention that um, on the doc I have a few like lines for putting in like a paragraph. So there's like about three places you could put your paragraph. I believe that should be long enough. If not, if there's any edits that need to be made, let me know. So then I could change it. But so far, how I have the document set up is. Hold on, I should probably look at this because I cannot remember. It's been like a whole fucking. It's been more than a month since I've made this. Okay, yeah. So I have like a name or an alias, or what the fuck is that word? A lie? No, not a lie. A different name that you'd like to go by for the video. And then yeah, I just have like three things for what you would like to put in the form. Three separate slots. And I would like to preface this, even though I've already stated in the talk. Um, be careful of the names and locations that you use. Um, but yeah, no, that is all I really have to say. Um, so I'll see you guys later. Again, I'm sorry for covering this issue again. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. It just it's it's like so weird how it's just been on my mind still. Like I feel like I still have so much more to say. And I hope it didn't feel like I was repeating too much. But yeah, no, I'll see you guys later.